What if I told you that 300 years of your history is a total fabrication? In the early 1700s, a global catastrophe was erased from our books, leaving behind empty cities and buildings buried in 20 feet of mud. They call it the Great Reset, and the evidence is hiding in plain sight right under your feet. This isn't just a theory, it's the secret they're terrified you'll discover. Look closely at the grandest buildings in America's oldest cities. Notice anything strange? Why are there full-sized windows half buried in the ground? Why do these massive, majestic stone structures have basements that look like they were once the main entrance? Mainstream history tells us these were built by horse and buggy settlers in the 1800s. But look at the precision, the scale, the technology required to cut that stone. It doesn't match the tools of that era. It looks less like they were built there, and more like they were dug out of the mud. If you look at world maps from before the year 1700, they tell a story that modern historians refuse to acknowledge. You'll find vast empires like Tartaria spanning across Asia and North America. You'll find islands that no longer exist, and cities where there should be wilderness. Then suddenly, after 1700, these maps change. Tartaria disappears. Names are changed. Boundaries are redrawn. Something happened during that century. A global catastrophe so massive that it triggered what researchers call the mud flood, a layer of soil 10 to 20 feet deep that suddenly covered the entire northern hemisphere, burying the first floors of every major civilization on Earth. But here is where the mystery turns into a nightmare. If you look at orphan photographs from the mid-1800s, the earliest photos we have, you'll notice something haunting. The cities are empty. We see grand 10-story stone buildings and paved streets, but where are the people? Where is the construction equipment? The official story says these cities were built by pioneers who had just arrived. But ask yourself, how did men with hammers and wooden carts build massive domes that rival the Roman Empire, all while fighting wars and searching for food? And then there's the technology. Look at the tops of these old buildings. You'll see strange antennas, metal spires, and intricate ironwork. Today we call them decorations. But theorists believe these were part of a global wireless power grid, a free energy system that existed before the reset. After the 1700s catastrophe, the new rulers of our world didn't know how to use this tech. So they stripped it for scrap metal, called it architecture, and sold us fossil fuels instead. If a global civilization was buried under the mud, why don't we remember it? The answer lies in the great fires of the 1800s. Nearly every major American city accidentally burned down during that century. Was it really an accident? Or was it a coordinated effort to destroy the remnants of the old world? By burning the wooden interiors and the old records, they could rebuild the cities and claim they built them from scratch. And for the artifacts that couldn't be burned, they were taken. In the United States, the Smithsonian Institution has been accused for decades of losing or suppressing giant skeletons and out-of-place artifacts found by local farmers. It's as if there is a gatekeeper at the door of history, making sure we never see what's behind the curtain. History isn't just what's written in books, it's what's left in the ground. The next time you see a garden-level apartment in an old building or a window that peeks out from the sidewalk, don't just walk past it. You are looking at a survivor of a lost world, a world that was more advanced, more connected, and more mysterious than we are allowed to believe. They tried to bury the past, but the mud is starting to wash away. The evidence is all around us, but what do you think? Was the year 1700 the end of a forgotten empire, or is this all just a strange coincidence? Look at the buildings in your own city and tell me what you find in the comments below. And if you're ready to dig deeper into the forbidden chapters of our past, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The truth is out there. We just have to stop looking at the books and start looking at the walls.